Kia ora team, my name is Cameron May and I am a nominee for the Board of Trustees student rep next year. As a Year 12 here at Riccarton High School, I have seen firsthand the sort of difference that coming together as a community can make. This is why if I am selected to be your student rep, I will do everything in my power to ensure our community has a say in all major decisions. I am also passionate about strengthening an already well-established sense of whanaungatanga here at Riccarton. Furthermore, I aim to build on the groundwork laid by our previous student rep Hamish in order to ensure that students are not only fully informed, but also consulted with regarding important decisions to do with our school's upcoming building project. These next few years at Riccarton High School will be an unusual yet exciting time for all of us, and I plan on making this transition as smooth as possible for our students, and I will keep them regularly updated through a variety of ways. Not only this, but I will create a way for students to contact me directly, which will essentially enable you to communicate your thoughts and ideas directly to the Board of Trustees. Throughout the next year, I aim to lead by example and push myself to get the people what they want. If it's different structuring regarding exams, fine. If it's a change to our school uniform, no problem. If you want bathroom doors that actually close and lock, I will do whatever I can to make it happen. And I know you've heard it all before, but I am not here to make any outrageous false promises, nor am I here to bribe people with money in order to garner votes. What I am here to do is make a lasting difference that can be both seen and experienced by both current and future students of Riccarton High School. A vote for me ensures that your voice will be heard when it matters most. A vote for me is a vote for real, meaningful change. So don't let it go to waste.
Kia ora. My name's Rahil and I'm a Year 11 student originally from Bangladesh. However, I was born here in Christchurch. A little bit about myself. I've always loved making and playing music, whether that be through the piano, saxophone, guitar, drums, or my voice. And I've played in a few bands at school too. I'm involved with MAD and I've always had a love for creating media, and I also run my own graphic design business. As well as that, I've been involved with various service opportunities and committees inside and out of Riccarton so far. But let me cut to the chase. Being a student around the school, I know what it's like to have pressure on you, and I know that many of you guys have a lot of concerns about things happening around Riccarton right now, whether that be locks on bathrooms or issues with the senior Maths with Flex system. As a student rep, I want to listen to everything that you guys are saying, so that we can make school a better, more accepting and more enjoyable place for everyone to be at. I want to make reaching out even easier too, so that we can have even more of your input to change things around the school, because that's what's most important. One of the ways I would want to do this is creating a Board of Trustees committee, with one student from each year level acting as that year's rep, so we can make sure that everyone's voice is being heard. As well as that, I want to make sure you guys are actually clear on what the board's discussing, so you know what changes are being thought and being made, which I'll be doing via consistent updates using YouTube and Instagram, which will be especially important with the rebuild that we have upcoming. So whether it be getting your input during our upcoming uniform review, trying to fix the issues with social media not being unblocked during morning tea and lunch, or just more allowance for non-school coloured warm clothing, I want to hear what you all have to say and try my best to make that a reality. I want to thank Hamish for being a fantastic student rep for the last year, and I hope to continue the work that he started. Good luck to all the other candidates. Cheers guys!
Kia ora. My name is Leah Barclay and I'm a Year 10 student. I'm involved in kapahaka, theatre sports, choir and korfball. I enjoy spending time with family, friends and overall just having fun. Today I'm talking to you because I want to be your new student representative. I think this would be such an exciting opportunity, especially to have this role in 2023. This would be such a key time where your voices need to be heard with the rebuild happening, and I know that I could be the one to do this for you. I want to make a difference and for everyone to have the opportunity for their voice to be heard. I would also like to make things as transparent as I can. So, for those of you out there wondering, how many Barclays does it take to improve the school Wi-Fi? My answer to that is hopefully only 2. Look, the only promise I will make to you if I am to be elected is that I will put 100% of my effort into this role, support you, and fight for your voice to be heard. Big decisions need to be made and your input matters because after all, this is your school.
Kia ora koutou. Hi there. My name is Jonas Kargren and I'm running to be your student rep to the Board of Trustees for 2023. Who am I, you may ask? Well, I won't bore you with too much personal information about me, but if you don't already know, my name is Jonas, I'm 15 years old, and I'm currently a Year 11 student here at Riccarton High. Today I will cover what I will do if I'm successfully elected, what my policies are, as well as how to get in touch with any issues or suggestions you'd like to raise. During wintertime, many of our students find it freezing outside and fall ill, but are unable to put on clothes to warm themselves up due to several redundant uniform policies that exist within our school. For example, students wanting to heat themselves up by wearing a beanie are not allowed to, as they have to purchase one which is in a school-approved colour. For many families, going out of the way to purchase additional uniform items, which are used just a few times a year when it is extremely cold, can be difficult, especially during a cost of living crisis. If I am elected as your student rep for 2023, I'll review some of the uniform rules that still exist within our school and take action at removing or changing the ones that are redundant and no longer needed. Not only will I take action on the winter uniform policies, but also some of our mainline uniform policies, including allowing students to wear sunglasses in summer to protect the eyesight, out of class of course. Along with this, I will continue to work with our school technicians to ensure that Wi-Fi is as easy and stable for students to use as possible. Having the Wi-Fi drop out on you at school is not ideal, no matter if you're trying to send an assessment or just catching up on some notes. If I'm elected as your student rep, I will continue to look at ways we can fix the current Wi-Fi situation at school, as well as what can be done to address Wi-Fi issues and upgrades in the future, with the technology around us constantly advancing. On the topic of the school Wi-Fi network, it has come to my attention that several apps and websites are inadvertently being blocked through the school Wi-Fi network. Don't get me wrong, some websites definitely should be blocked at school, but having to use your own data just to communicate with your family and not getting any notifications due to chat apps being blocked is unreasonable. I have several more policies and information laid out, and these can be found by visiting my campaign website, jonasstudentrep.co.nz, or by scanning one of the QR codes that will be on the posters put up around school. The main part of a student rep's job is to carry the voice of our student body into the board. If I am elected, I will be happy to listen to any suggestions that any of our students make, no matter how ridiculous you may think they are. I will be happy to hear your issues and do everything in my power to get your issues heard and changes made. I will also continue with the traditions of the previous student reps by making regular appearances on the Riccarton report and sending you all emails with updates regarding your issues being heard within the Board of Trustees. If you have any questions, suggestions, or concerns for me, feel free to send me an email or just come up to me if you see me around at school. I'll be more than happy to hear you out and speak with you. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at JonasForStudentRep and visit our website on jonasstudentrep.co.nz if you want to interact with our campaign or have any questions for me. Of course, these can also be found in the QR codes around school. It will be a great privilege to represent our student body in this exciting time going forward with our school redevelopments that will be taking place as we head into 2023. Thanks, ngā mihi, and remember to vote Jonas Kargren as your student rep for 2023.
Tēnā koutou. My name is Michael Bredenhann, and I'm running for your student representative on the Board of Trustees for 2023. Firstly, I'd like to acknowledge Hamish Barclay for the brilliant work he has done as our current student representative. I hope to follow in his footsteps. A bit about myself. I like to think of myself as quite a sporty person. I've played in a number of sports for our school, including hockey, tennis, and climbing. I'm really passionate about tennis in particular, so much so that I began coaching a number of students within our school and a number of kids and adults outside of school. I think of myself as an easily approachable and easy to talk to person, so if you ever need someone to talk to, just contact me. I never really thought about running for this role until Hamish approached me earlier this year suggesting that I run for next year's student rep. This opened my eyes to the possibilities of what I could do to help the school. Throughout my whole life, I've enjoyed helping others as much as possible by simplifying their struggles. During that time, I noticed that it's really difficult to help someone if they do not have a voice to help you with. So, if you vote for me, I'll make sure that the pupils of Riccarton High School have a voice in what needs to be worked on throughout the school. This leads me on to my next point. I would like to contribute to the decisions made for the school. I would like to change the winter clothing policies. We're currently limited to very few clothing options. For example, a school beanie. We've only got one beanie that we're allowed to wear and they're really overpriced. So why buy something so overpriced if you're only going to wear it once or twice a year? We're already moving closer towards allowing kilts throughout the school, so you may see them in the future. A huge upcoming event for the school is the rebuilding of the school buildings. Our school opened on October 27, 1958, and most of our buildings haven't been rebuilt since the opening. So when the renewal of C Block begins later this year, things might be really confusing. So if you ever have any questions, just flick me an email or ask me if you see me around, and I will be happy to answer you. To summarise, I will be changing the winter clothing policies to create more opportunities for us to have warmer clothes, and I will be pushing to upgrade the Wi-Fi in the near future. Thank you very much. Vote Michael.
Kia ora. My name is Tamara, and I'm going for Riccarton High School Student Rep. Because Hamish Barclay did such a great job, it made me think, what if I went outside of my comfort zone and went for Student Rep? So that's why I am here. Another reason you should vote for me instead of everyone else is because I'm in the best whare uranga. Okay, let's get serious. You should vote for me because I'm an honest, creative, reliable young person who wants to make Riccarton High School better for everyone. I would say why, but I'm not going to promise you anything. So if you don't know who to vote, say my name out loud and say yes. So far, you don't know much about me, so here's some facts about me. Couple reasons is I love PE and school in general. I'm year 10, going into year 11. I'm also interested in cooking, but more interested in helping Riccarton High School. Another reason I want to be Riccarton High School's rep is because I want to build up my confidence by applying for things that are up for grab. And these are my reasons why I should be your 2023 student rep of Riccarton High School.
Hi, I'm Hugh and I'm running to be your representative on the Board of Trustees in 2023. Right now, I'm year 11, but next year I'm going to be moving into year 13. I'm involved in a lot of extracurriculars, both in and out of school. I'm on the Learning Committee and have represented New Zealand internationally in future problem solving. I do a lot of public speaking and I'm currently working towards a diploma in communication. I'm Riccarton's third speaker in debating and regularly attend Model UN events. I'm used to addressing problems and articulating not just my views, but those of others as well. After all, this is what the role is all about, advocating the voices of all of our students here at Riccarton. If elected, I have two main policy initiatives I would like to be able to work towards implementing. Firstly, I believe there needs to be a transparent, easy and clearly defined process for students to seek financial support from the school. I'd like a fund to be established with an application process so that no matter whether someone is hoping to pursue sporting, music, cultural, leadership or academic activities, they know there is a chance for support in the pursuit of these opportunities. Secondly, I believe we should explore ways in which Year 12s could receive timetabled study. NCA Level 2 is arguably the most important level of NCA in terms of preparing for leaving school. We should be giving our Year 12 students the best opportunity to excel and to prepare them for a smooth transition into whatever comes next. And lastly, I'd like to continue the work of our prior student reps in regards to communicating what has happened at meetings and seeking student voice and ideas. I'd share key items on the agenda ahead of meetings so that I can hear your voice before, not after, these key items are discussed. I know there's a lot of candidates running this year, and I'm sure whoever is elected will do a great job in the role, but I hope you will entrust me to represent and fight for your views in 2023.